hey, just so you know, like that could happen. That chain could break and come through your windshield, make sure and kill you, and you could get your shirt caught in the auger. Like, so it's not a bad thing, but I am just a little overly cautious. But we're fine. Oh, howdy ho, all y'all. What's going on today? Let me tell you. It's about to get cold. Real cold. I'm here in Missouri. Rural Missouri. And it's dipped down into the low 30s a couple times. No. High 30s a couple times. It was 38 one night. 42 last night, but tonight it's going to be 26, apparently. So, as you can see, not even close to properly insulated yet. I do have some foam board, very, I mean, it's cut, but it's just very haphazardly, like, thrown into the walls. It's not, like, it's not good. It's not, like, sealed. It's going to have a radiant layer over it. It's going to have... I'm doing fiberglass, which, you know, we'll talk about that in another video. But the bottom line is, got a spider web. The bottom line is, I'm not ready for winter. But I've been rolling with this bad boy. This is the, right here, this is the Big Buddy, Big Daddy, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called a Big Buddy or something. It's awesome. It's a propane heater. I have a 30-pound tank, and that 30-pound tank has lasted me, you know, I've been running it like maybe 3 to 4 hours, 5 hours a day. And this tank has lasted me a couple weeks, so it was 20 bucks to fill the tank, so it's pretty economical. Here's the problem. When you burn propane, what happens? It gives off H2O, it gives off water. That water collects and keeps collecting, and you know, the times that I have ran this heater in the evening for, you know, 2, 3, 4 hours, especially a couple nights ago I ran on high for like 3 or 4 hours because it was very cold before I went to bed. Lots of condensation up here, and that's a no-go with insulation, especially fiberglass insulation. Well, especially, well, really any insulation. We really want to keep moisture out of here as much as possible. Now I have a killer insulation solution to provide a moisture barrier, but also provide radiant heat protection on the outside and the inside, and we'll talk about that in the next video. But tonight we're doing an experiment. In this insulated bus, can this heater right here, I put a pillow, I have a hole right there. I have a hole right there where my gas tank is. And so that pillow is currently insulating that hole really well, I'm sure. But this is the heater that I'm rolling with for tonight. I want to see what it can do. It is a 1500 watt radiant infrared quartz heater. So the heat is a little, it's a different kind of heat. Instead of heating the air, it heats the items. So we're gonna see how it does. I mean, I don't expect it to do well. The bus is not properly insulated, like not even a little bit. So my expectations are very low, but we're gonna see. I might have to go inside tonight. So let's get this hooked up. I have to run another extension cord out. That's one thing. I cannot run this off of my solar system. So I will need to be plugged in to electricity or have my generator running, one or the two, if ever I were to need to use this heater. So let's get her plugged in. Let's see what's gonna happen. So I just started reading the instructions, and it's so hard to know like how much of these are legit concerns. No, they're all legit concerns, but how many of them are just them covering their bums legally? I don't know. Like it says not to use an extension cord. I mean, this is a outdoor high quality extension cord, so I think it should be fine. It says that it must have its own circuit, this only has two, this only has, you know, like 2 outlets on its circuit, but I just don't know. And then, like, I mean, my gasoline fill tube is over there. I mean, it's not close. It's not, I mean, it should be like it should be fine, but I don't know. Now I'm scared crapless. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I read the instructions further, and I feel okay about it. They go into a little bit more detail about the situation. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's good. I'm just going to be really responsible about how I use it. I have a fire extinguisher. I'm fine. I grew up on a farm, as you know, and there are a lot of really great ways to die on a farm. And when I was a kid, my dad was, rightfully so, overly cautious. Everything that I did, like, hey, just so you know, like, that could happen, that chain could break and come through your windshield, make sure and kill you, and you could get your shirt caught in the auger, like, so it's not a bad thing, but I'm just a little overly cautious, but we're fine. Okay, it's plugged in. Okay, it's on. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm gonna go get some batteries for the remote and the fire extinguisher, just to be safe. Okay, guys, it is, and gals, it is 7:13 p.m. We're on, we're running. It's only 54 degrees outside, so it's not really cold yet, but it is going to get cold in a bit, so I'll keep updating you. Okay guys, it's 10:11 p.m. We're only down to 48 degrees, but like, this little heater couldn't keep up. This little... Oh, good morning guys. Leroy and I just woke up. It's cold. Can you see that? It's cold. This heater, bless its heart. But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking wood stove. I love the aesthetics of a cast iron wood stove, so I think that's what's going to happen. There are some downsides, there are insurance problems, you have to be super safe. We already talked about how paranoid I am about safety, so I want to make sure that it's done correctly. But I'm really cold right now. I mean, to be fair, it's like 26 degrees outside, but I want to be warmer than this. Side note, the electric blanket's amazing. Like, awesome. I'm totally fine when I'm in bed, but it's too cold out here. Bye. Guys, I have the most exciting news. I just popped online to see, just like do some wood stove research, and I looked at the new ones. I looked at Craigslist, nothing. And then I popped onto Facebook Marketplace, and a gentleman an hour away named Billy Bob. We really are in Missouri. His name is Billy Bob. He's selling this awesome used cast iron little tiny box stove, little wood stove. And it looks like it's in good shape. It has some surface rust, which I love because it gives it some character. I'll have to like cure it or something, because we, you know, don't want the rust to keep growing. But I don't know. It's 5 a.m., so Billy Bob's probably not going to respond right now. But I hope that he responds later, because I'm gonna snatch that thing up. if it's what I think it is. I don't know. I think it might be fate, guys. I have a feeling I'm going to be living my very best wood stove life soon.
Oh, hi. I couldn't help but overhear you saying how desperate you were to watch more YouTube videos. Well, you can. Subscribe here. You won't miss a thing. Or watch my film, Once is Enough, right here. Or just click here. Watch another video.